Look, when Halloween came out in 1978, and then for a few years later, I could see that they were making low-budget horror movies. The Friday the 13th was one, which was a date. And I realized, I think what they're doing is they saw that this kid made this low-budget horror movie that made a bunch of money. Oh, we can do that. Let's make our low-budget horror movie that makes a bunch of money. That's why I think they were influenced. It's all about money. No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. When you say influence, well, I don't really know. They're very different. The Friday the 13th guy was big. Well, after the original film, there was no guy in a hockey mask in the first one. But it was, look, he meant, all of them met as teenagers. Mm-hmm. That's who was going to the movies. It was a bunch of teenagers. They were going to the movie opens on a weekend. They all go to see this movie. They have dates. They cuddle and scream together. I mean, that's what it's about.
Oh, yeah. They forget Jason's not in the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Until the last shot.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What I qualify as an exploitation movie is, okay, it's an independent movie.
Okay.
You have independent art films, you have independent foreign films, you have independent exploitation movies. I think we know the difference between the three, all right? It falls into that category. It had a theatrical release. But my caveat about calling something an exploitation movie is it can't have been released by a studio. Now, Friday the 13th is an exploitation movie that Paramount picked up and released, but that doesn't count. They still have the resources of Paramount behind them, so it has to be, so if Fox picked your movie up, that's not the same.
Okay.
It had to be an independent distributor.
But Friday the 13th is a horror movie. So you
it's a horror film.
It's a horror film.
Yes. Yeah.
But in the case of just exactly like what you said with Jason, and then everybody is like, oh, well, it's Jason, so of course they can't kill him. And Jason shows up, yeah, man, okay, well, I'm gonna make a bet. First kill's gonna happen at minute 12. No, man. Yeah, but the thing is, it suggests that everything becomes less serious, all right? It's not a mythology they're mining. They're just getting more juvenile. They can deliver a good version of that, but it's still more juvenile. And I like them. No, well, of the sequels, I think part 4 is the class act. That's the one.
Yeah. And with Corey Feldman's performance.
Oh, he's terrific in it. He steals the show. He's awesome. Oh, yeah. All the kids in that one are terrific. I mean, it's like an all-star cast of like exploitation movies from the 80s. Because oh, hey, there's Crispin Glover from this thing. And it almost goes back to Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Everyone gets pissed off when it turns out that it's like the ambulance driver as opposed to Jason doing the murders. But until that reveal happens, those are actually some of the best kills in any Friday the 13th movie. That Friday the 13th movie works like a good Friday the 13th film.
Well,
until you realize that's the ambulance guy and go, screw this movie.